So apparently, if I can talk, there's a new Headpool Costume. Cool deal. And I got some alliance points for, well, command points for my alliance and all the other goodies and all that there. So as you can tell, this is my first time logging into Marvel Puzzle Master there. And I guess that's the beat. Really for $5 and get covers for nah, that no. Just no. Alright, so we have Echo today. No, I'm not going to do the Echo show against the Hawkeye, the 4-star Ronin. Blue, and that's his 3-star and 5. 3-star, 3-star, 2-star, and 5-star counterpart that has those colors there. But no, he's a purple, green, and red user. So no escape is his green ability, which costs 6. He deals damage to the target, and if this ability downs them, then he deals damage to another random enemy, and if it happens to down that random enemy, then he'll do even more damage to another random enemy. Kind of like an Echo, so to speak. Brutal Technique is his passive red ability. Whenever he makes a red match, create 2 black attack tiles on the board, and then there's at least more than 5 friendly attack tiles on the board. Then you can increase the strength of 3 attack tiles by whatever the listed amount might be for him at whatever level he's at. And then finally, Disabling Blow is his purple ability, which costs 11. He'll stun the target for 1 turn. He'll deal damage, and then if 1 doesn't exist, then you place a 3-turn countdown tile that stuns the target on the for 1 turn for each turn that the countdown tile is on the board. It's a long way of saying it's a 3-turn stun, but it's a different type of 3-turn stun. What I mean is you stun whatever the target is, and if you switch your target to somebody else, then the countdown tile will switch over to that target to be stunned. His affiliations for all those that care: heroes, Avengers, archers, and street level. No, I do not want to be inundated with bundles right about now. So we got Echo Maya Lopez here. Again, I promise I will not make any Echo jokes here. She is a red, black, and purple user. So her red ability, even though it says Iron Fist to Kunlun, it's actually a trifecta of abilities. So she's able to learn abilities from, oh my goodness, Daredevil, which that's understandable if you watched or if you read the comics, excuse me. Hawkeye, which is understandable if you watch the Hawkeye series, and then my good friend Bullseye, again because of the Daredevil series. So Billy Club, Deadly Precision, and Iron Fist to Kunlun are all red abilities. Normally, one would be a blue ability. That's the case of Billy Club. Iron Fist to Kunlun, which would be purple, and then Deadly Precision, which would be green. But be that as it may, it keeps the same, similar AP values. Iron Fist to Kunlun, we'll talk about that there last. So stuns the target for 2 turns with Billy Club, then creates a 3-turn red countdown tile that stuns for 2 turns, deals damage, and if you and it creates a new Billy Club countdown tile if the countdown tile reaches 0. But if we match the Billy Club away, then she'll gain 4 red AP. So we're probably going to end up using this here as a stun against Hawkeye. Deadly Precision costs 11. You choose 5 basic tiles or team up tiles on the board and you deal damage, and the destroy tiles don't deal damage or generate AP. And then finally, Iron Fist of Kunlun. This here costs 7. The normal Iron Fist of Kunlun would cost 5, but seeing as though her mastery of the Iron Fist is not like Danny's, and hers is a pale limitation, so to speak. If she has less than 12 black AP, then she'll convert 9 basic tiles to black. But if the team has at least 12 or more black AP, then she'll do damage instead. But like I said, we're going to go with the stun with Billy Club, even though that's 9. Physical Prodigy is her passive ability, which is black. It costs nothing again because it's a passive. Each time a power is fired, she will deal 35% more damage whenever the enemy team fires off a power. And it has a max cap at level 5 of 285. And then at the start of the turn, if Echo's in front, which since it's a one-on-one fight she will be, she's gonna make a strike tile. And then Undercover Expert is her other passive. Whenever we make a match 4 or greater, she's gonna create a black or purple enemy trap tile. If it's matched or destroyed, then it deals damage to the enemy. And then while one of those tiles is on the board, she takes less damage from enemy matches and powers. And again, this is pretty much standard. As far as her affiliations goes, it's Heroes, Avengers, and Street level for all those that care. Alright, so what are we going to do against this version of Hawkeye? Well, we kind of don't want him to have purple. So if we can eliminate his purple, that's bueno. The next thing we want to do, we want to gather up enough red so that we can get him stunned. If he starts to gather red, then that puts attack tiles on the board, and that's going to prevent us from getting our Billy Club off. So we need to blitz red. And as long as she's out in front, she can make she'll make those strike tiles, which is going to help us out a little bit more in damage. And if we can get match force, that's fantastic to reduce the amount of damage the Hawkeye is going to do to us. His green, while it's a little bit scary, it's not going to do that much to us, seeing as though he needs multiple enemies to bounce around and, slash. Since it's a one-on-one fight, it's just going to hit once. So let my masters do the talking from this point forward. Man, that was actually relatively easier than I thought. Thanks, Alliance, as per usual, for playing. And so I guess we'll talk about Maya real quick. The main thing with her, she needs to actually be the tank. So anybody, at least on my roster, who is lower than her current level, which is 359. Or no, that's the Ronin. My bad. I know she's in the 340s at least. So anybody that's 340, 342 or lower that happens to have the red, black, and purple color scheme, they're pretty much out of the question. So someone like Ghost who increases their match damage at the start of the battle, she's out of the question. Obviously, American Chavez will be out of the question too, because as long as you start matching AP, America starts to get a little bit stronger and stronger the more AP that you have in your AP pool. And then also Karnak. So Karnak can be kind of useless with Maya too. Polaris to a degree once you get all the strike tiles on the board, but then when you start making your match fours, those trap tiles that you want to have Maya to have less match damage and power damage done to her, those will start to get overwritten by Polaris. And Polaris is much better by herself. I mean, she's much better with Rocket and Groot than she is with Maya. So there's that. But like I said, as long as she's pretty much tanking abilities, she's good. So find somebody that's pretty weak and have her tank. As far as a comic recommendation, yeah, this one here, the little run, that she had on Marvel Knights, fighting off against Deadpool or Daredevil. That's the way to go. Let's see here. Ooh, Deathlock. Cool deal. Souls of what is it by Dwayne McGuffey? Because it's based off of a book from W.E.B. Du Bois. Let me look this here up real quick. Do I get this here? It's the Souls of Cyberfolk. That's what it was. It's the Souls of Cyberfolk. And we'll get the original. Yeah, the Souls of Black Folk by W.E.B. Du Bois. So you can see Dwayne McGuffey again. Him being a black. Black artist, black writer doing Deathlock. Yeah, and make it so bad I actually have this Deathlock comic on my phone. But again, we'll talk more about Deathlock next week because he's got a double crash. So I'm gonna stop here, pause, and then we'll get on to the Marvel vs. Zombies action.